Shannon Campon.
The second lucky lady is Bagumbayan, Quezon City. Miss
You are in Miss Grand Tarlac, Racine Reyes.
Come on down and join the party, Miss Grand Nueva Ecija, Eros Ganiban.
Please join them, Miss Grand Northern Samar, Maria Gail Pobis.
The next lucky lady is Miss Grand Pampanga, Dinara Morer.
You made it to the top 10, Miss Grand Pangasinan, Rona Dalaine Lopez.
Three spots left, and you got one of them, Miss Grand Kaluya Antique, Shari Manalio Serio.
Congratulations, Miss Grand Cagayan de Oro City, Nikki De Mora.
Only one spot left, and that spot goes to Miss Grand Angola Rizal, Herlene Budol.
Take a good look at this year's Miss Grand Philippines Final 10. Congratulations, girls. Center for World-Class Creativity and Entertainment. That's the staple of Miss Grand International. It's something that each year's queens and titles have already represented around the globe.
But you know what, EA? To convey that message, you also need to have a critical mind, and a sound mind at that. That's how the question and answer portion will help us distinguish who, among our top 10, will be the ones to breathe the ever-surfacing phrase, beauty and brains. That officially starts now. Girls, we'll be asking you to pick the name of your judge from this poll, and each of you will be given 45 seconds to answer the question. If you hear this sound, that means your time is up. Are you ready? Ladies? All right, let's start off. Let's begin with Miss Grand Caloocan City, Shannon Tampon. All right, Miss Shannon Tampon. Good evening. Let me see your judge is Miss Alisa Muli.
Hello, good evening. Okay, so my question for today is, do you feel that there are way too many pageants being held in the country? Is this good or bad? Why or why not? Hasn't its own purpose. May it be for Earth, for world peace, and war and violence. For to share what we can offer to the world. each girl was given a chance to showcase not just their beauty, but their brain, intelligence, and their advocacy. And with this, let me be an ambassador for Miss Grand Philippines, not just to showcase my advocacy, but to help to promote your advocacy in stopping the war and violence in our country and in the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Grand Caloocan City, Shannon Tampon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to our next candidate, Miss Grand Bagumbayan, Quezon City, Michelle Arceo. Your judge is Mr. Rafael Lasper Vicencio.
How can the pageant contribute to the upliftment of the country's economy or image? In your own case, how do you think Miss Grand Philippines contributes to the upliftment of the country's progress?
It uplifts to the country's progress because I'm here to be able to talk about my platform on violence against women. And that's one of the reasons why I fell so much in love with Miss Grand because it's a place where you can talk about the taboo. It's a place where you can be yourself. It's not afraid to break the rules. And that is why I'm here today and I vocalized how much I wanted to be here. And I know I can empower women from around the country and even around the entire world.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Miss Grand Bagumbayan, Quezon City, Michelle Arceo. Very well said. Our ladies certainly have a lot on their minds. Now, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Miss Grand Tarlac, Miss Francine Reyes. Hold on a minute. Your judge, do you see that correctly? None other than Miss Isabella Menin.
Good evening. In your opinion, what is the biggest war faced by women globally and how you can be part of its resolution?
I am a first-hand victim of sexual harassment, and that is my advocacy. 3 out of every 5 women here in Philippines, not just in Philippines but for the whole world, experience sexual harassment. That is why I am here in front of you, being the voice of the voiceless victim, fighting against sexual harassment. And I want to I want the violence against women law to be well implemented here in Philippines, and that's why I encourage everyone to speak up and be loud and say no to violence. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Tarlac, and thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing your story in the hopes of making other lives better. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, our next candidate is Miss Grand Nueva Ecija. And her judge is Joey Abacan.
Hi, Eros. Good evening. Okay, the Philippines has been colonized by various countries through its long history. Do you think we could have been better, turned out to be better as a nation if we have not been colonized as well?
I think that our past contributed a lot to what it is now, to what is our present. But I firmly believe that we shouldn't be colonized because I am a very I'm I am a Filipino who really loves my race. And so I think that if we are not have been colonized, then we have been preserved our values. And so I think it is the most important part that we should always promote our own and we should love what our own is.
And so I hope that everyone should be proud of who they are today, who they are as a Filipino. Thank you.
Right on the dot. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Grand Nueva Ecija. Our next candidate is Miss Grand Northern Samar. Please come up and pick your judge. I can honestly say I am deeply moved by everything that our candidates have expressed so far. They're all so heartfelt and genuine. Thank you. Good evening, Miss Northern Samar. Your judge is Miss Vivian Tan.
Evening, ma'am.
The Department of Tourism has just launched its Love for the Philippines campaign. For you, what are the top 5 things to love about the Philippines?
For me, the top five, the first one is actually the people smile, the Filipino smile. We have genuine smile that gives the warmth to the foreigners that they make them, that smile invites them to visit our country. Another one, our also. Whatever tourist spots we have, our family is our home. And another one, our beaches. We are composed of different and many islets. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Northern Samar. Well done. Our next candidate is Miss Grand Pampanga, Dinara Morer. I mean, it's true. There's many reasons to love the Philippines, not just one, right? Hello, Miss Pampanga. Your judge tonight is Elizabeth Clancy.
Good evening.
Evening, ma'am.
If you were to write a book about your life, what title would it be and why?
Thank you for that question. If I would like to write a book about my life, it would be An Introvert's Mind. Because I believe joining a pageant, it's not all about being extroverted. I can be professional and still stand strong and show my advocacy and stand for the people. Because I can share my mind with my creative writing and also my advocacy. Because being an introvert in my life, I faced many struggles, such as not fitting in and feeling powerless, not fitting into society. But that's all right, because I believe that I'm standing here. I faced my fear and I conquered it. And I'm very proud of that. So I'm encouraging every young girl watching tonight to step out of your comfort zone and go after your dreams. Because I'm saying, do not limit your dreams. Go chase. To speak up and give the girls the confidence that they deserve.
Well said, Miss Pampanga. As the saying goes, if the dream isn't scary enough, it's not big enough. Up next, in the running for her dream, Miss Grand Pangasinan, Rona Lalaine Lopez. Please pick your judge. Wow, these girls are breezing through the question and answer. Wouldn't you agree? You're doing so well. Thank you. You are so tall. Your judge is Christopher Kaw.
Good evening. In case of war of global proportion breaks out, whose interest and welfare should be considered first priority? Women, children, or the elderly?
I believe everyone deserves the right for this. I believe that everyone deserves the right to be or to have the attention that they deserve. And I believe that no one should have or no one should be superior to one or to other people, because as Filipinos, we should promote equality, because that is what will make us or will create peace, and it will make us one. Thank you.
Well done, Rana. Up next, we have Miss Kaluya Antique, Cherry Manalo Serio. Wow. This is intense for me. Hello, Miss Kaluya. Whoops, I dropped your judge. All right, your judge is Dr. Demi Grace C.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening po.
My question is, which profession do you think is in the best position to resolve or stop wars and conflicts? The president, a military general, a doctor, a lawyer, or a priest?
I believe that we don't need a position to spread kindness and peace to this world. Because even this world is full of uncertainties and misunderstanding. We may have differences, and it is inevitable. But I strongly believe that with the constant manifestation of kindness in everything that we do, we have the power to influence others, to spread kindness. And always remember that we are not seeking for a perfect world, but we are hoping for a progressive home. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Kaluya Antique. She has certainly made her province proud. Very well spoken, young lady. And now we're down to our last two candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Miss Grand Cagayan de Oro City, Nikki Demura. Hello there, Miss Nikki. Your judge is Brian Lim.
Good evening, and why?
It would be makes me love both cultures, both heritages, and two different traditions. And so I am proud to say that I love Philippines despite having its flaws. Thank you.
Good job, Miss Cagayan de Oro City. Let's give a big round of applause for Miss Cagayan de Oro City, everybody. We are last candidate for the question and answer portion. Joining me on stage now is, we're twinning tonight, Miss Angona Rizal. I too am wearing a Leo Almeida. Your judge is Nancy Go.
Hello?
Thank you. Hello, good evening. My question is, what do you think is the most urgent problem among Filipino youth sector, and how do you plan to address the issue?
Yung pinaka-importanting problema ngayon sa mga kabataan at anong gagawin mo?
Para sa akin, pardon please.
Anong pinakamalubhang problema sa kabataan at anong gagawin mo?
Para sa akin, ang pinakamalubhang problema ngayon ng mga kabataan ay ang edukasyon. Dahil ang kailangan ng mga kabataan ngayon ay ang edukasyon para mamulat sa kinabukasan, at naniniwala pa rin po ako sa kasabihan na ang kabataan ay ang pag-asa ng bayan. At para maging pangdayo tayo, taas noo, dahil Pilipino tayo. Kagaya ko, maliit lang ang bansa ko, pero pinagmamalaki ko. Salamat po.
The big,
I-Englishin niya po.
the biggest problem that we face, that the youth face, is education. They need to be prepared and educated for their future. We are a proud country. We are small, but the children are our future. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Grand Angona Rizal. What a beautiful message to close our question and answer portion with. She believes the children are our future. And though our country may be small, we are very much proud of it. And ladies and gentlemen, each of our candidates should all be proud of themselves for getting through the toughest part of the competition, the question and answer portion. Let us all meet our reigning queens as they grace the stage again for the final time when Miss Grand Philippines 2023 comes back.